think it's a very interesting point you mentioned, that almost everything is being redefined right now. And it just hit my mind that we may also in the university world think about how we define a student. If you ask any professor right now about a student, he would tell you it's from 18 to 22, unless they are doing a graduate school, they are probably in their late 20s. That 50 years ago was acceptable, that this is the definition of a student, because that was in the middle of their life expectancy. But now, like what you were saying, when people are going to be living until 100, 105 years, being a student at 18 years, that's at the first 20% of your life. Most likely, you will have to go back to the university, not as a refreshment, not as a volunteer, but as an actual student one more time. Life expectancy in the 19th century was 40 years old. That people didn't live more than 40 years old. In 1950, that increased in countries like North Europe to 70 years old, but it was still in Africa and Mali, 26 years old. But right now, the gap is closing, and more people are not satisfied of what they learned when they were in their 20s, or maybe they did not even learn because they didn't take it seriously. So I think that between us as professors, as academicians, we need to start seeing that the university of the future is going to have students who are much more variant. It's going to be a spectrum. There will be 40s and 50s and 60s trying to get an undergraduate degree, and there is nothing wrong with that. In our Eastern cultures, this is still very strange. And that's part of the social responsibility.
Yeah, it's true, because I mean, definitely it's important to define student, I mean, as a term, but also lecturer, and all these concepts that we are dealing with now. And I also remember something, because the expectations is something that we have to be multitask humans in the future. So we have to, I mean, one profession will not be enough. Then there may be some other people who may really need some more skills or education for living a normal daily life as well. So we have to change the, I mean, at least we have to think about what do we mean by saying students, lecturers, you know, universities, as all these things.